What's up, guys? We got a video on drying your crop today. Um, Best way to start would be hanging it upside down on a line, full plant. Keep the fan leaves off, or you can take the big main ones off as you do it. Depending on how much you're harvesting at once, you might just want to go and hang the whole thing upside down. These leaves were pretty small. It's more of a sativa. Over here we have bigger fan leaves. I like to just let them all drape over and protect all of those trichomes right there, all your crystals. And I'll let it hang upside down in a cool area that's dark. You want to keep them in the dark. Perfect humidity setting. You could really speed up the process if you have your humidity down to about 45. 45 to 55 is where you want to be at. So you could use a dehumidifier to drop that down into that range, or you could just take a couple more days to dry it. The temperature is going to be best at about 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Should take you about 7 days to get them to this point where they're at now, which isn't all the way to take them off the stem quite yet, but I do like to start cleaning up some of those fan leaves like I've done over here on this side. Over here I haven't done it yet, but you can see the difference. And about 7 days in, you can start testing the branches to see if they're ready to come off the stem yet by bending. And if it bends without snapping, if it just bends, then you still got too much moisture in there. You're not quite ready for that yet. So I'll come back tomorrow, check, the next day and check. Some of these will be ready in a couple days, some might take another day or two. But you want to have a draft in here. You don't want your fan blowing straight on your plants. You just want air moving in the room. Maybe a fan on the floor possibly, or a fan blowing out while bringing some through a draft. Put your fan on the floor, just pointing away from the plants will just create circulation in the air, and that's kind of all you really need. So after this point, you're just kind of waiting about a couple more days until that branch has a little snap to it, and then you'll cut each one of these nugs off the stem and you'll start the curing process. And what I do is usually throw them in a mason jar or a Tupperware container. You don't want to fill the whole thing. You want to do it about 2/3 of the way through, just so you can kind of shake it around and get the buds to move around. You want air to be able to move around, more air surface. You don't want any places to sit with moisture and get stagnant, so you get mold. So you just want a slow drying process, and then the curing process starts. I got some right here that I just put in here today. I'm gonna put this in a mason jar later. It smells really good. When I was cutting it up, I couldn't quite smell it because it had dried out. This stuff was started drying just about a week before the other ones, or about 5 days or so. So I keep all that sugar leaf on there, all those little leaves with all those crystals and trichomes. I'm just gonna make hash out of that stuff. So it'll take a while for it to cure up. I like to be patient and give it 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And if it's something that you can let go for longer, 2 months will be the perfect time. Then you'd bring back all of those flavors. So the first day, I'll just take the lid off for a couple minutes at a time, maybe 4 or 5 times, and just kind of agitate it a little bit, shake it up, move it around, and then you put the lid back on. And you'll do that for a couple days, and as the first week goes by, you'll only do that maybe once for about 3 to 5 minutes a day. Shake it up, agitate it, and then maybe the third week or so, you might wait every 2 or 3 days to do that process, and then you'll notice that it tastes so much better, it looks a lot better, And that's the secret to turning it into not only something that looks good, but something that tastes good. There's really no way around that. And a lot of people will try to smoke it right off the plant, which you can get high from that, but you're gonna get that green taste until you get that chlorophyll to completely leave the plant, or leave it enough to where you can not taste it. It's gonna be a little harsh, but that's the video today, guys. I got a bucket cloning video coming for you guys here in the next week. Once these roots finally take over here, I'll show you guys how we take some clones and get some nice roots. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.